Mrs. Hurst from Hamilton County Schools. We're gonna finish up our work with these two texts, The Case Against Fairy Tales and Why Fairy Tales Are Good for Kids, Big Bad Wolf and All today. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen with you. Today for our warm-up, I want you to think, after reading both articles, have you changed your mind from yesterday's warm-up? Why or why not? Pause me while you do that work and press play when you're ready to continue. So today we're going to be writing an informative essay to examine how two authors write about the same topic. Two authors writing about the same topic shape their presentations of key information by emphasizing different evidence. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at how these two authors consider violence, morals, and charm in their text. So we're going to start with why fairy tales are good for kids, Big Bad Wolf and All. And let's think about the violence in there. So her argument about violence in fairy tales is that crude and violent fairy tales are the only ones that will really make an impact on children's behavior. She says, according to some theories, only fairy tales in all their crudeness will make a positive contribution to children's development. Any other story will only serve as amusement. So that's how that author deals with the violence in the text, is that in order to really get the kids' attention and make a difference, it has to be violence. On the other hand, the text, The Case Against Fairy Tales, says the violence is too scary for children. Even the Disney version. She says, remember in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, when the evil queen wants Snow White's heart? True. It may not be as bad as the original. The queen wants to devour, where the queen wants the heart so she can devour it. But this does not take away the frightening idea that someone wants the heart of a little girl in a box. Okay. So they both talk about violence. They just have different ways of looking at it. I want you to go ahead and look at how both texts deal with the idea of morals, and go ahead and fill that section out. Pause me while you do that work and press play when you're ready to continue. All right, so looking at why fairy tales are good for kids, Big Bad Wolf and All, she says that fairy tales are a great way to teach that good prevails over evil. She says, intuitively, we understand children need both good and evil represented in stories, because what better way to learn these concepts but in contrast, meaning it's better to learn them by putting them against each other. And by showing them that good prevails over evil, we are reinforcing this important message. She says, this is a great way to show morals. On the other hand, in the case against fairy tales, she says the fairy tales are really only scaring kids into behaving, not teaching them morals. And her quote says, the use of scare tactics in order to control behavior of children is not necessarily the best way to teach a child morality. And then she says, I believe that morality acquired through understanding why something is right or wrong to do, not by scaring someone. Okay, so you just have this one section left. So I want you to take some time to go ahead and do charm, the charm of fairy tales, which we kind of looked at yesterday. Pause me while you do that and press play when you're ready to continue. All right, now that you have looked at those three big things, we're going to do a flash draft, which means you're going to write an essay, but it will be graded as a draft. It's not a quick write. It's not just a paragraph. It is a whole draft, but it will be graded as a draft. So in an essay, explain how the authors of Why Fairy Tales Are Good for Kids and the case against fairy tales differ in their opinions on children reading fairy tales. In what different ways do the authors present similar information? Okay, so that's the work we just did. You just turn it into an essay. Once you're done with that, have a wonderful rest of your day.